How's it going, team? My name is Meite. Welcome to Time for Nutrition's YouTube channel. So essentially, I am a men's physique competitor, or I don't know if I'm going to continue, but at the very least, I've done quite a few shows, probably about 15 shows now. I'm two-time British champion, so I've done okay for myself, and you can check me out. If you look up at the Lean Muscle PT, that's where you can find all I've done. But essentially, I thought I would make a bit of a series about my training and essentially rebuilding my physique, because I haven't trained for the past few months like many of you because of the C word. And I thought it would probably be a good idea to show you guys what I do to sort of rebuild my physique, and it's some of the things that you can do for yourself. Okay, it's nothing complicated, nothing fancy, none of these crazy Instagram workouts. It's really back to the basics, and I promise you, if you implement these things that I do for myself, you can also improve your physique. So essentially, in today's workout, because I haven't worked out in a few months, I kept it really, really simple. I only did 6 exercises, I promise you. I started with legs, because legs for me is the hardest thing. It just beats me up. It literally destroys my nervous system. So I wasn't going to do legs at the end of the workout. So I started with squats, but before that, I literally just did a mini warm-up just to get my legs moving, to get my shoulders moving, my chest. So I started with what I call the Spiderman Rotation. It's a good exercise to mobilize the hips, the shoulders. So I started with that, then I went on to do some, I believe it was push-up to down dog. That's also a really good one for shoulder mobilization. I also drive my heels towards the ground. I stretch my calves, stretch my hamstrings. So I do a few reps of that. And then I move on to another movement that's really specific to squatting. So with that, I kind of have my feet on the ground. I get my hands on the ground, and then I get my hips up overhead. That's really opening up the hamstrings, and I squat back down. So that's a really good one. Oh, and the one that I did just before that was another mobilization movement, also for squats, where I literally rock my hips side to side, driving my knees over my toes. And that's the bulk of my mobilization for squats. And then I'll go on to the actual squats. I'll do bodyweight squats. I'll do 5 or 6 slow ones, and then 5 or 6 fast ones to really kind of get things going. And I'll go onto the bar. I always start with the empty bar. And even though I'm relatively strong for a guy my size. I mean, I'm only 80 kilos, and I can squat over 100 kilos. But I still squat with just the bar to start with, just to get the movement in. I'm really trying to drive the movement pattern into my head before I get started. Then I add a couple of plates. Again, just still warming up, kind of working my way up to my heaviest weight, which for today was 100 kilos. So for me, that was plenty of weight. It was hard, and I was aiming for somewhere around 2 to 3 reps short of failure. So I'm not looking for absolute failure, again, because I'm not trying to beat myself up. Like, even 2 to 3 reps short of failure is still going to be plenty of weight, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be really sore tomorrow. So for me, that's going to be plenty. So I worked my way up to 100 kilos, and then I did 3 sets. And by the third set, I knew I was pretty much done. Afterwards, I carried on with legs still. This time I did some Romanian deadlifts with the barbell. I considered using dumbbells, but I thought, you know what, barbell is nice and stable, and it was right next to the squat rack. So I'm trying to do also what's convenient in the gym. So if I see that there's a lot of people in a specific area that I want to use, I think it's good to use a substitute. So I think with your workout, if you're looking to do a specific workout, be prepared with some substitutes. So for example, with the squats, you can always do a leg press instead. So I considered doing that, but the squat was open, the squat rack was open, so I decided to do that. So anyways, decided to do some Romanian deadlifts with the barbell. Again, 3 sets, relatively heavy, and I was really focusing on getting a feel for what's happening in my hamstrings, getting a good stretch, and at the top squeezing and driving my glutes forward. So that's what I did on the RDLs, just 3 sets, 8 to 10 reps, and I think I only did 8 of those for each set. It was pretty tough. Once I did that, to me, that was plenty of work for the legs. I didn't do anything else. I didn't do calf raises, because to be honest, I didn't really feel it was necessary for me. If you want to build your calves, you can do, but otherwise for me, just squats, Romanian deadlifts, that is plenty. Then I moved on and did some chest, because I feel like my chest, you know, who doesn't want a better chest, right? So I started with some dumbbell presses, and again, I did the exact same thing that I did with the squats. I just worked my way up to my heaviest weight. I started with some dumbbells. No, I started with press-ups actually. I just did a few of those to get the movement right, and then I started with 20 kilo dumbbells, went up to 27s, and then finished on 32s, and that was my working weight for 8 to 12 reps. So I did 3 sets of those, got pretty tired of that. But then I know that with my physique, my upper chest is quite lagging. Like, it doesn't really pop. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna do some incline presses as well. So I got the bench up, grabbed the 27s, and because my chest was already warm, I didn't need to warm up my upper chest anymore. I just went straight to the 27s and did my 3 sets. Once I did that, I moved on to some back. Again, just 2 exercises, so notice the pattern. 2 for legs, 2 for chest, and then 2 for back. So with back, I'll start with the T-bar row. It's a great exercise. If you have it in your gym, make sure you use that, because honestly, it's underrated. So do try it. And so I had the chest supported by the pad, and really focusing on driving my elbows behind me, really focusing on what I can feel in my lats and my upper back. So did 3 sets of that. And once I'd done that, I finished off with a sort of variation of a pull down. Do you know, I don't know what this attachment is called. I don't know. If you know, drop it in the comments, tell me, because I don't know what it's called, but it's amazing. We have it in my gym. Most gyms don't have this. So if you don't have it, you can always do a pull down, and you can do it with your palms facing you. You can do a regular pull down, but personally, I find it with the one facing you, I get a little bit better of a feel in my lats when I drive my elbows down. So that's what I did. And again, I did 3 sets, and that's pretty much the entire workout, guys. 2 for legs, 2 for chest, and 2 for back. As simple as that. So do try it. I'm going to drop it in the comments below, or not in the comments, but in the description section, so you can see exactly what I did, how many sets, how many reps, and you can try it out for yourself. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next episode.